From the Wallace Civic Center in Fitchburg, Massachusetts, the Falcons look for their first win in the new year as they welcome the reigning conference champions into town. Two conference heavyweights face off for the second time this season as the Fitchburg State Falcons play host to the Plymouth State Panthers. Hi everyone, welcome into the pregame show here on FATV and the Falcon Sports Network. Tim Foley with you tonight for the long-awaited rematch between these two teams. It has not been an ideal start to the 2022 year for the MASCAC as a slew of conference games have already had to be postponed to this point due to concerns over COVID-19, including tonight's matchup between Fitchburg and Plymouth, which was supposed to be played back on January 6th. Fitchburg also had games against Framingham, Salem, and UMass Dartmouth all get postponed, with only the Framingham game being rescheduled to this point. The Salem game as well actually was also rescheduled earlier today. We'll talk about that in the upcoming schedule for the Falcons a bit more up ahead. Meanwhile, similarly for Plymouth, they have also had several games postponed, including conference games against Westfield and UMass Dartmouth, and a non-conference game against Franklin Pearson. So it's been a bit of a rough start. Only one game so far has been completed between conference competitors so far. UMass Dartmouth was able to pick up a win over Worcester State by a score of 4-2 back on Saturday, January 8th, but since both teams have been shut down. Fitchburg enters tonight's contest, losers of their last two games of 2021. They now sit tied for third in the MASCAC with 8 points, one behind UMass Dartmouth and tied with Worcester State with a game in hand on each. Fitchburg is 6-4-0 overall and 4-2-0 in conference play this season, and are coming off of a 5-2 loss to the New England College Pilgrims in their last game of 2021 on December 7th. That game, along with each of the 6 previous games for the Falcons, were all played without top-line centerman Anthony Ciolin, who went down with an upper body injury back in the 4-3 victory for Fitchburg over UMass Dartmouth exactly 2 months ago today on November 18th. The Falcons have gone 3-4 in his absence, including a 5-4 loss to this very Plymouth team tonight up in Hanaway Rink in Plymouth back on November 22nd. The Simsbury, Connecticut native is back in the lineup tonight for Fitchburg, centering the top line as the Falcons hope his return is going to be able to help flip the script on the Panthers here tonight. Plymouth State is 8-2-1 overall and 5-0-1 in conference play. They currently hold the top seed in the MASCAC with 11 points, 2 points clear of UMass Dartmouth with a game in hand. Plymouth is coming into tonight on their first losing streak of the season, thanks to losses handed to them by Wesleyan of Connecticut and New England College. Despite the setbacks, this experienced Plymouth team still has plenty of skillful players, but they're going to be without a couple of them here tonight. Simone Besner and Miles Abbott, two of the big names that are not suited up here tonight for the Panthers. We'll get into these scratches and such in just a moment. Let's take a closer look at the standings in the MASCAC right now. So as mentioned, Plymouth atop the conference with 11 points, a 5-0-1 record. UMass Dartmouth, they're second in the conference with 9 points, a 4-2-1 overall record. Fitchburg and Worcester State currently tied at 8 points in third in the conference. Fitchburg, they've had one less game and one less loss. They're 4-2-0 in conference play. Worcester, they are 4-3-0 in conference play. And then you get to the bottom half of the conference. Westfield currently fifth in the conference with 6 points, 2-2-2 conference record. Salem State, a 1-5-0 conference mark for 2 points. And Framingham still looking for their first conference win of the season. No victories to this point among conference games, 0-6-0. Let's take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders. First for the Plymouth State Panthers, it's going to be the junior out of Morton, Pennsylvania, Brendan Brawley. Brawley, his last game for Plymouth, suited up against New England College, made 33 saves, allowing 3 goals in the loss for Plymouth. Now, notable is that Brawley is the only goalie suited up here tonight for Plymouth, so they're going to hope that Brawley's able to stay strong in net all game long because they have nobody else to turn to. Goaltenders Ben Parker and Callie Anderson not available here tonight for Plymouth. Now for Fitchburg, as the starting lineups are going to get introduced in just a moment, Brian McGrath, going to get the nod in net here tonight for Fitchburg. His last start was against Worcester at home last December the 4th. Also made 33 saves, allowed 3 goals in the loss.
The Panthers entered this evening's contest with an overall record of 8-3-1 and a 5-0-1 mark in the mascot, while the Falcons are 6-4 overall and 4-2 in conference play. Now let's meet today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Panthers. On defense, a sophomore from Bow, New Hampshire, number 3, Colin Tracy. A junior from Sylvania, Ohio, number 9, Ted Austin. At forward, a junior from Riga, Latvia, number 23, Nix Krolis. A sophomore from Lewiston, Maine, number 19, Jeremy Rancourt. A graduate student from Westchester, Pennsylvania, number 21, J.R. Barone. And in goal, a junior from Morton, Pennsylvania, number 1, Brendan Brawley. The head coach for Plymouth State in his 12th season is Craig Russell. The assistant coaches are Jay Launder and Eric Prespicor. Now for the starting lineup for your Fitchburg State Falcons. On defense, it's senior from Ontario, number 18, Adam Kuzier. A junior from St. Augustine, Florida, number 19, Josh Miller. At forward, a junior from Simsbury, Connecticut, number 11, Anthony Sealing. A junior from Messina, New York, number 16, Wyatt Wilmhurst. A junior from Westerville, Ohio, number 26, Hunter Fortin. And in goal, a senior from Worcester, Mass, number 29, Brian McGrath. The head coach for Fitchburg State Falcons in his 38th season is Dean Fuller. The associate head coach is Tom Patty. The assistant coaches are Vincent Giambracco, Chris Kane, Mike Sharton, and Kevin Perry. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please stand for the playing of the national anthem?
Big thank you to Fitchburg State women's lacrosse freshman Celia Dunmore for handling the PA duties tonight, introducing the two teams. So once again, the starting lineups looking like this. First for Plymouth, number 23, Nix Krolis, Jeremy Rancourt, and J.R. Barone from left to right, just like that. Back on the fence, Colin Tracy and Ted Austin, and in net, as mentioned, number 1, Brendan Brawley. For the Falcons, top line of Wyatt Wilmshurst, Anthony Siolan, and Hunter Fortin reunited at last. Defensemen Joshua Miller and Adam Cusior going to get the nod. And Brian McGrath, the senior netminder out of Worcester, is going to get the start between the pipes here tonight. History for McGrath between the pipes here tonight as he makes his 72nd appearance in a Fitchburg State hockey game. That is tied for 3rd all-time among Fitchburg State goaltenders. The two teams are ready. Seolan comes up to the center dot, as does Jeremy Rancourt. The puck is dropped and we're underway. Sit back and enjoy. It's hockey night in Fitchburg. So glad you can join us. Plymouth State's able to win the opening draw back. They give it out into the neutral zone and it's thrown right back in by Josh Miller. Puck now beneath the net of Brendan Brawley. Comes over to the far side. Ted Austin pinned up against the boards by Seolan. A couple of Falcons and Panthers each digging at the puck. In the corner it comes out. Plymouth looking to clear it out. And it's feathered ahead. Along the right side now, Austin tries to dance his way through. Pardon, that was Jeremy Rancourt trying to work his way through the defense. Wyatt Wilmshurst pinned against the low boards, makes its way back up to the point. Here's Tracy, a blast. That's fought off by McGrath for his first save of the night. Puck now in the near corner. Plymouth, they'll go for a partial change here. They get a few fresh legs on the ice, and they'll send the rest off. Fitchburg unable to clear it out. It's gloved down at the point by Ted Austin, the junior out of Sylvania, Ohio. Now here's Seolan skating atop the far circle, pokes it out of the zone, picked up here by Plymouth. They'll look to re-enter. Here's Peter Laviolette. Glove save McGrath. He'll cover up. And we will have no further play. No score so far. 18:45 to go in the first period. So I mentioned pregame, Plymouth missing a couple of big names. Simone Besner and Miles Abbott, two of the big ones that stand out. Two of their top 4 point getters so far this season. Abbott, their top point scorer, 7 goals, 9 assists, 16 points. Not in a Panther uniform here tonight. We'll see what firepower Plymouth is able to muster without 2 of their top options wearing green. Plymouth wearing their black jerseys with the green trim. Green helmets, green pants. Fitchburg in their gold jerseys here tonight with the green helmets and the green pants as well. This one played off the far wall. Moved ahead by Grant DeWitt. Carried in now. DeWitt's shot. That's a shot that rises up off of Christian Halbig, who's wincing on his way back to the bench. Took a shot from DeWitt there as he deflected it out of play. Will make his way off as he now sits on the bench. 18:14 to go in the first period. Shots in favor of Plymouth, 2-0 at the moment. Into the draw goes Toivo Kramer. It's won back by Plymouth, however. Shot makes its way through to McGrath. He'll stick it off into the corner. Wolford back on the fence, plays it out up ahead toward the far circle. Plymouth tried to throw it back into traffic. Here's Brian Glover. Shanley now near side, tries to chip it out of the zone. He's met by Brett Lockhart, who keeps it in the zone. Now back beneath the net of Brawley. Carried out now along the far side. Holmqvist, the junior out of Larum, Sweden, sends it on ahead. McGrath plays it along up the far boards, and now here comes Gene Bouthiet. Gains the red line. He'll dump it in. No icing. 17:25 to go in the first period. Still no score. Near side. Blocker save made McGrath on Matt Tartaglio. That'll go up and out of play. And we'll have a face-off in the Fitchburg zone with 17:18 to go in the first period. Fourth line out there now for Fitchburg. Oliver Cookson, Cole Archambault, Samuel Rennick, the 3 freshmen. Grant DeWitt's out there for Plymouth alongside Jacob Lauren and Peter Laviolette. DeWitt took the draw there. Kyler Harding out in lieu of Laviolette at the moment. Cookson now crosses the blue line, throws it on Brawley. Rebound comes out and stumped back down low by Archambault. Now underneath the net. Flipped out by Plymouth, brought along, kept down low by Fitchburg briefly. Cleared out along the far side. Plymouth's able to gain the red line and dump it back down low for McGrath to play around the boards. Met up at the far line. Ted Austin throws it in off the end boards. Comes around now. Krolis throws it toward the front of the net. Josh Miller standing in the shooting lane. Takes it off the shins. Cycled back down low. Plymouth trying to get one in from a low angle. It was nearly an opportunity for J.R. Barone. Couldn't keep the puck on his stick to unleash a shot on McGrath. Ends up coming back out of the zone. Plymouth has to clear. They do just that. They now hold it in the offensive end. Barone tries to leave it back. Fitchburg's able to chip it out of the zone. A hit along the boards taken by Rennick. And the Plymouth defense gathers. Now here's Tracy, near side. Throws it in once again. Plymouth dumping the puck in, doing a lot of chasing here. Fitchburg hasn't had much of a presence in the offensive end. Shots right now in favor of Plymouth, 4-1. Down goes Fortin along the far blue line, and we're going to have our first penalty of the game. 15:51 to go in the first period. Scoreless still from the Wallace Civic Center. So to the box will be going Ted Austin. Austin played in 11 of the 12 games so far this season for Plymouth. Currently on a 3-game point streak, but he is going to go to the box.
Ted Austin, 2 minutes for tripping.
So the power play unit out there now for Fitchburg. Josh Miller, Wyatt Wilmshire, Hunter Fortin, Reese Bergman, and Anthony Seolan. As that puck sticked up high, and it's trickling back toward the Fitchburg zone. Picked up here along the far side. Laviolette, shot, right pad save, made McGrath. Rebound comes all the way back out of the zone. Here's Seolan in his first game back from injury from his last game played on November 18th, 2021. Backhander in front. Hunter Fortin receives the nice feed from the near side and tries to get one past Brawley, but Brawley stands tall and makes the save. Fitchburg's power play so far this season, top in the MASCAC, 27.9%. That is one of the best marks that this team has had. No team on record, so that's back to 99-2000, has had a power play over the entire season above 25%. So this has been something special so far this season for Fitchburg. Yeah, as that shot gets through to Brawley, save made, rebound, and Diamond sends one right into the Panther head, sewn into the front of Brendan Brawley's jersey. And there's a player who has been feeling it recently for Fitchburg. Had an excellent end to 2021. Zach Diamond, currently on a 3-game point streak alongside fellow line mate Thomas Hardy. 4 goals and an assist for Diamond over his last 3 games. A goal and 3 assists for Hardy over his last 3. Now here's Diamond, near side, gives back to Glover, receives back, cross ice, finds Hardy, throws it toward the front, looking for Kramer. Caught it in his skates, had to give it off to the near boards. Bouthiette's able to pick it up. He now finds Glover. Back to Bouthiette, right circle. Gives it down low. Kramer back up from Diamond atop the right circle. Slips his stick. Shot, save made Brawley. Rebound picked up by Plymouth. Whiffed on, but then thrown out of the zone by Jeremy Rancourt. Brett Lockhart whiffed on it initially, but it was ultimately cleared out. And there's still 42 seconds left on the tripping penalty, assessed to Ted Austin. Panther penalty kill has been excellent this season, operating at about 88%. Reese Bergman now walking in, finds the skates of Fortin, who can't finish down low. Rebound comes out, chipped out of the zone by Plymouth, and that will help kill off more of this penalty time. 15 seconds left in the penalty to Austin. 14:04 to go in the first period. Scoreless here in the Wallace Civic Center. Hockey is back in 2022. Hunter Fortin holds on, far circle. Waits, gives it back up top for Miller. Penalty time expiring. Miller a shot. Save made. Brawley, he'll hold on for no further play as Ted Austin comes out of the box, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 13:50 to go. Face-off going to come to the far side of the offensive end here for Fitchburg, skating from left to right. Cookson going to take the draw. 4th line out there for Fitchburg. Meanwhile, 3rd line out for Plymouth. Jarrett Sleer, Booker Chakalias, and Dylan Costello. Now, we mentioned Plymouth shorthanded tonight. Not only do they not have an extra skater that teams are used to having, as it looks like we're going to have a penalty assessed here. Who's it going to be on this time? It's going to be Cole Archambault. So as Fitchburg unsuccessful on their first power play of the evening, Plymouth now going to get their look on the power play. 21.5% on the season so far is Plymouth, 14 for 65. But as mentioned, very short-handed.
Penalty on Fitchburg State, number 4, Cole Archambault, 2 minutes tripping.
Not only do they not have the extra skater, they do not have a full fourth line, as they only have 11 players who are listed as forwards on their line chart here tonight. Nonetheless, they'll have the man advantage. Thrown toward McGrath. Ends up going off the glass beneath his cage. Puck now beneath the net. Squeaks out in front. Bergman fighting to squeak it out of the zone, and he's able to do just that. Still a minute and a half left on the penalty to Archambault. 13:09 to go in the first period. Krolis regathers and crosses the blue line. Keeps it on his forehand. Gets it back up to the point. Austin now near side. Here's Barone. Had a hat trick last time these two teams met. Looking for his first tally here tonight. But now here's Gene Bouthiet. Tries to find Bergman. Puck loose. Bouthiet walks in. And the play comes to a halt. Bouthiet and Bergman on the up-ice rush. Proving a little too much for Plymouth to be able to handle there, as the net was knocked off its moorings for just a moment, I believe. Puck may have been lost in all of that. Referee blowing the play dead as chaos was ensuing out in front. And so we'll have a face-off come to the far side here. Fitchburg on the penalty kill, but in the offensive end. Still a minute and 9 seconds left on the penalty to Archambault. 12:48 to go in the first. Held on to here by Plymouth. They now carry it up ice. Brett Lockhart throws it over near side. Thrown in by Colin Tracy, the Bow, New Hampshire native. Diamond can't chip it out of the zone. Finally able to fish it out, as he was assisted there by Egan Wolford. The two of them able to clear it down ice. 46 seconds left in the penalty to Archambault. Puck left behind the net of Besner for Lockhart to lug up ice. Now here's Tracy near side. Fights around Diamond, plays it off the end boards, comes around for Lockhart. Lockhart holds on. Back to Tracy once again. Lockhart. Tracy now near side, goes down low. Given back around now, held on to here. Plymouth cycling. 16 seconds left in the penalty to Archambault. Thrown cross ice. Jeremy Brancourt now grabs it around. Far side. Thomas Hardy's able to pick it up, and he'll skate out of his own end. Hardy now gives it over to Diamond. Penalty time over. Blocker save made by Brawley. Ends up now beneath his net. So Fitchburg and Plymouth each successful on their first penalty kills of the night. But now here comes Jarrett Sleer up the near side. Kicked back out. Shot. Glove save McGrath. Matt Tartaglio came streaking down the left side and unleashed a shot on McGrath that was going for his chest. Opted to reach out with the trapper. Able to make the nice catch. Torgo Kramer on the draw here for Fitchburg. Going up against Jarrett Sleer. Kramer able to win it back. Picked up here by Cousior. Cousior, the former left wing, plays it up ahead. Now here's Kramer. Bouthiet tries to deflect it into the offensive end, but it takes a weird ricochet off the stanchion. Nonetheless, Fitchburg finding it in the offensive end. Down low. Kramer had it for a moment. Now tries to keep it along with him on the backhand. Loses it. Plymouth now holding on beneath their own goal line. 10:54 to go in the first period. Near side now picked up here by Costello. Cross ice pass just ahead of Jarrett Sleer. Adam Cousior is there as well to try to break up any potential shot opportunity for the Panthers. Puck now centered. Bouthiet will flutter it out of the zone. A high riser that bounces all the way down. Ben Shipman has to go all the way back to retrieve it. Plymouth throws it into the offensive end. Chipped back out off the glass by Fitchburg. Albig able to move it along. Now coming back into the zone. Here's Plymouth. Nix Krolis near side. Tries to center it. Knocked off the puck by a Jordan Holmes. One of the three captains for the Falcons. Now Holmquist, a shot. That high riser goes wide right. Was looking for a deflection. Could not find it. Now on his knees, Wyatt Wilmshire is able to chip it ahead. Hunter Fortin, first one to it, trying to move his way in on Brawley. Brawley with the stick, holding it by the knob as Fortin was able to pick up the shot attempt. Brawley tried to clear it, but Fortin very quick, very shifty, able to pick up that puck and get Brawley back on his heels. Now here's Laviolette the other way. Glove save made McGrath. Puck along the far board, center now for Anthony Siolan. Siolan gains the red line, dumps it down low, played off the end boards. Reese Bergman, first one to it. So Siolan has offsides here against Plymouth. So Siolan back in the lineup for Fitchburg. It was Bouthiette who had taken up responsibility for centering that top line. He has since been moved back to be the left wing on the third line with Toivo Kramer and Trent Shanley. So things being shifted up a bit in Siolan's return. Puck dumped into the zone. Tracy throws it off the glass. It's wrapped around. Now picked up by Glover. Tracy fans on a one-timer, sends it down into the end boards. Hardly got anything on it. Fitchburg trying to clear it out along the near side. A couple of Panthers down low, fighting for the puck. Now out in front, a shot just ends up going wide left. A Panther fell to the ice as he tried to get it off. Now out of the zone, Fitchburg missing the pass. Wolford unable to connect with Diamond as Plymouth throws it right back into the zone. 8:39 to go in the first period. Still scoreless here from the Wallace Civic Center between the Fitchburg State Falcons and the Plymouth State Panthers. Egan Wolford back in the far corner. Tries to leave it off for his defensive teammate in Brian Glover. Reese Bergman throws his weight into that of Ted Austin along the far boards. Ricochets off his body. Now near side, Plymouth holds on. A shot from Kyler Harding ends up going down low. Reese Bergman picks it up along the far line. And Plymouth regathers as Tracy will dish it ahead for the Panthers. Big hit in the corner as Harding takes contact from Glover and is sent promptly down to the ice. Here's Toivo Kramer, throws it cross ice now. Bouthiette working his way around the defender. Shot and save made Brawley. Bouthiette now leaves it back. Shanley trying to force it in from the space beneath the net. But Brendan Brawley able to hold tight and to make the save with 7:44 to go in the first period. A nice sequence there for Fitchburg. Bouthiette got a good look along the left side, and then as that dissolved, Trent Shanley down low picked it up. The junior out of Hillsdale, New Jersey, tried to wrap it around short side on Brawley, but good reflexes from Brawley keeps us a scoreless game. Faceoffs won back by Jeremy Rancourt for the Panthers. Puck now finding itself beneath the net of Brawley. Shanley able to kick it with the skates. He's down there with Bouthiette trying to fish it out of the space beneath the net. 7.5 minutes to go. Bouthiette's able to lay down a hit. And then we may have a problem here. We have a downed Panther on the far side. That's Ben Chipman, who threw his glove, trying to get the attention of the referee, who did not see him as play continued for a brief moment. Play stops with 7:17. Chipman, an assistant captain for this Panther squad. As mentioned, an already shorthanded Panther squad. No extra skater tonight. Already down a forward as well. And now we'll have to see just how many more minutes Ben Chipman's going to take. He visibly frustrated at the moment. Took contact in the corner from Bouthiette. Chipman 6 foot flat, and Gene Bouthiette 5'7", but Bouthiette getting the better of the exchange. Now more players tied up down low as Cole Archambault and Brett Lockhart locking horns down low. Faceoff's going to come outside of the zone. 7:09 to go in the first period. Still scoreless here. Fitchburg's had a bit of a momentum swing recently. Past few minutes, they've had a few looks in the offensive end. Cooks it on the draw, unable to win it against Rancourt. Panthers look to forge ahead. Rancourt passes it off, far side. J.R. Barone's shot rises up off of a Falcons stick and out of play with 7 minutes to go in the first period. Plymouth State being coached by head coach Craig Russell, and they have been excellent under Russell during his tenure from the 2010-11 season to now. 8 first-place finishes in the conference, 4 MASCAC championship titles, which is the most that any team has won in his tenure. 8 MASCAC championship game appearances, as well as McGrath's able to make a save off the shot of Nix Krolis. The only years that Plymouth has missed the MASCAC championship game under Russell were in 2017 and in 2017-18 and in 2010-11. Coincidentally, the 2 years Fitchburg ended up winning the conference tournament. So it's been quite the run for Plymouth as Russell has turned them into quite the powerhouse up in New Hampshire. 6:25 to go in the first period. Plymouth in the offensive end. Near side, Laviolette trying to move it ahead. Met in the corner by Cousior. Now played up for Fortin. He'll lug it out of the zone. Far side now, picked up here by Wilmshire. Tries to move through the defense. Some nice touch and go here. Fortin picks it up now. Angles along the goal line, leaves it back, only to find the likes of Jacob Loren, rather. Now puck in the far corner. Backhanded back beneath the net by Ted Austin. Near side held on to here. Colin Tracy flips it up and out of the zone. Jordan Holmes misses on the bat attempt. Bergman picks it up. Diamond takes some contact as he was trying to shift away from contact. Loren delivering a big hit just inside the Plymouth zone, and puck on the far side ends up being thrown in on McGrath, who bats it down. Diamond still out on the ice, seemed to be shaken for just a moment after the hit, but finished his shift and slams the door on the way back to the bench. Down goes Kramer. We're going to have our second Fitchburg power play of the night. Dylan Costello, freshman out of Palm Coast, Florida, tripping Kramer as he was heading over the red line. And so far, Fitchburg 0 for 1 on the man advantage here tonight. Top power play unit getting a look once again. Wilmshire, Seolin, Bergman, Miller, and Fortin all out there. Going back out of the zone all the way down by Plymouth. The first penalty killing unit out there for Plymouth. Rancourt,
Penalty
Zimmerman,
for Plymouth,
Shipman,
number 25,
and
Dylan
Barone.
Costello, 2 minutes for tripping.
Up the far side now. Josh Miller gains the blue line. Giving back now to Fortin. Avoids the advances from Jeremy Rancourt. Fortin now cross ice. Wilmshire shot deflected high up into the protective netting. Brawley was sprawled across in an effort to make the save, but I believe it was Jeremy Rancourt who was able to get a stick just inside the shooting lane to deflect that puck high of Brawley, avoiding a need for Brawley to make a highlight reel save. A minute 33 left in the man advantage here for Fitchburg. 4:46 to go in the first period. Anthony Seolin on the draw against DeWitt. One back by DeWitt. Nice forecheck, however, applied by both Bergman and Wilmshire, and they're able to retrieve the puck. Now back up to Miller. Miller holds on atop the point, gives over to Fortin on the far side. Left circle now, down low. Bergman holds on. Centering pass, looking for Seolin. Brawley holds tight to the post, and the puck ends up back beneath the net. Thrown it up and out of the zone by Plymouth to help kill off some of this power play time here for Fitchburg. Down goes Josh Miller as he's brought down by Grant DeWitt while trying to make his way beneath the net of McGrath. Fitchburg will regather here. Anthony Seolin going to gain the red line and dump it in. Ends up going up and out of play. Did deflect off of glass, so no delay of game penalty, but this will allow for a clean change for the power play unit as Toivo Kramer going to take the draw at center ice. going up against Booker Takalias. So it's Kramer, Diamond, Bouthiet, Hardy, and Glover. Glover, the one defenseman, out on the ice now for the second half of this power play. 37 seconds left, a little less than half, I should say. In the near corner now, Kramer taking a hit from Colin Tracy. Here's Diamond. Diamond holding on. Up top now, cycles it back for Glover near side. Glover tries to give it up to Kramer, fluttered on the pass attempt. A high stick from Fitchburg and now the near side. Here's the breakaway for Tartaglio. Save made McGrath. Puck's loose, however, McGrath doesn't see it until Chakalias breaks in and pokes it into the near corner. Would have been disaster there for Fitchburg as McGrath made the save and lost eyes on it. Thought he had it tied up in his equipment. Now out in front, Kramer loses a handle on it. Out of the box now for Plymouth. It's thrown all the way down ice. McGrath has to play it, and he's able to fend off Costello fresh out of the box. Tries to charge down ice and pull a fast one on the senior netminder. Going around now, Rennick throws it around the boards. Plymouth trying to clear it out. A high stick batted down by Cookson. Fair play. Rennick now in the corner, being pestered by a Panther. Held on to down low by Chipman. Far side now, moved ahead. Comes back out to Wolford at center ice. A light play off the boards, and Rennick ends up delivering a high riser up into the chest of Brawley. He'll hold on, and we'll have a stoppage in play. 2:34 to go in the first period. Shots right now in favor of the Falcons, 13-12. It has been a back and forth period. Plenty of good looks for both of these teams. As hardly ever is there a shortage in shots when these two teams face off. As the puck kept in here by Holmes. Cleared out now by Plymouth. Wolford tries to move it ahead, and now it's picked up by Archambault up the left side, trying to work around the defender. Centering pass off the post. It stays out. It's in. They score. Oliver Cookson cleans up the puck in front to give Fitchburg the 1-0 lead with 2:14 to go in the first period. It all started back in the neutral zone. Egan Wolford trying to move the puck ahead, was just able to get it up to Cole Archambault, who broke down the left side, tried to put one on Brawley, and as Archambault unleashed the shot, puck got loose in front. It snuck behind Brawley for just a moment. It was sitting on the goal line. Ended up being cleared away from the goal line for just a moment. And then Oliver Cookson coming in and scoring his second goal of the season. Make it a 1-0 game. Fitchburg out in front.
Fitchburg State goal scored by number 5,
Gonna hold
Oliver
on.
Cookson,
And we'll have a
assisted by
face-off
number
in
4,
the Fitchburg
Cole
zone.
Archambault.
So Archambault going to get the assist on Cookson's goal. It was Plymouth who scored first last time these two teams faced off. Fitchburg drawing first blood this time. Hoping that will help to make the difference here tonight. 2 minutes to go in the first period. Kramer held on to it for a moment, flipped it out of the zone, and it's thrown back ahead by Plymouth. Adam Cousior, backhander, finds Bouthiet, who plays it out of the zone. Linesman has to dance out of the way to avoid contact with the puck. Stick down by Shanley. He'll move it up into the offensive end. Gene Bouthiet in pursuit, trying to shake off Ben Shipman. The two having exchanged blows earlier in the contest. Bouthiet going after him once again. A whiffed shot by Plymouth, then back out in front. McGrath somehow making the save. Puck comes out to the far side. It's chipped ahead by Shanley, and he'll go off for a change. Minute 14 to go in the first period. Zimmerman up ahead, works around Diamond. Glover now down low. Tries to get it up to Hardy, but it goes through his stick all the way down ice. No icing. Ben Shipman disagreeing with the call, looking for it as he threw an arm up towards the referee. Sleer, pass back to the defense. Zimmerman now gives it over far side for DeWitt. Or pardon, rather, that's Dylan Costello on the far side who had it. Now here's Bergman, a shot. Near side shot. Save made. Brawley. Rebound came out. Scooped up and cleared away by Tartaglio. Puck thrown in around the boards. Cross ice now. Fitchburg defense looking to move ahead. Diamond runs into Bergman. Stretches to stay on side, and Fitchburg's able to enter the zone. Not the cleanest zone entry. Works nonetheless. 18 seconds to go in the first period. Fitchburg up 1-0 thanks to Oliver Cookson's second of the season. His first since the game against Southern New England back on November 28th. Or Southern New Hampshire, rather. Pardon. The seconds will tick off, and the first period will come to an end. It's 1-0 Fitchburg. After 20 minutes of play, shots in favor of the Falcons, 16-3. So once again, Oliver Cookson, his second of the season. The difference right now as Fitchburg leads Plymouth 1-0. We'll take a break. We'll be back just before the puck drop for the second period. We'll break down this first period that was at that time. Don't go too far. You're watching men's ice hockey here on FATV and the Falcon Sports Network. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Tim Foley along with you as we are getting set in just a few minutes here to begin period number 2 at the Wallace Civic Center between the Fitchburg State Falcons and the Plymouth State Panthers. A 1-0 game for Fitchburg right now as they hold on to that 1-goal lead thanks to Oliver Cookson's second goal of the season, thanks to Cole Archambault's second assist of the season as well. But this is when Fitchburg's going to have to really lock down. The second period this season for Plymouth has been where they do a lot of their damage. This is where they start to ramp it up. This season for the Panthers, 9 goals in the first period scored all season long, 18 in the second period, 21 in the third period. So not completely unusual to see Plymouth getting off to a slow start. But the real test comes now. How is Fitchburg going to be able to fend off this Plymouth team these next 40 minutes when it is known that they are an excellent second and third period team? Some numbers for you from that first period of action. Zachary Diamond leading the way in shots right now for Fitchburg. Meanwhile, Matt Tartaglio and Peter Laviolette each with 3 for Plymouth. Diamond with 4 for Fitchburg. There's about another minute until the opening puck drop here. Faceoffs right now in favor of Plymouth, 15-7. That is largely thanks to the efforts of one man, Jeremy Rancourt. He has won all 10 faceoffs he has taken part in so far here tonight. He has been red hot on the draw, and he's going to look to continue that here in the second period. Fitchburg going to look to respond to that any way they can here in the second. McGrath so far so good. He's made a total of 14 saves officially, shots officially 16-14 in favor of Fitchburg for the period. And Brawley so far has made 13 saves on 14 shots. And at the end of the period, before we went to intermission, there were a couple of Panthers having a conversation with the referee about how that goal was scored. It was chaos in front, and Plymouth felt that Brawley was pushed back into the net, which should have negated the goal if he was pushed into the net. Nonetheless, the goal stands, and that is the difference right now. The puck is dropped, and we're underway. Sit back and enjoy. It's period number 2 from the Wallace Civic Center. Plymouth sends one off the glass, and then a shot from the right side thrown on net by Plymouth's J.R. Barone. Trying to get back on the board. As mentioned earlier, Barone had the hat trick last time these two teams faced off. Puck flipped up and out of play. Colin Tracy sending it clear of the glass. Barone had another hat trick since that last Fitchburg game. Had a hat trick against Salem as well in that 12-1 throttling that Plymouth put together on Salem back on December 4th. Had a career high 6 points in that game, 4 goals and 2 assists. 3 of those 4 goals coming on the power play. Ended up being the MASCAC Player of the Week as well. So J.R. Barone has been great for Plymouth to start this season as Brawley covers up. And as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Plymouth without a slew of players, including 2 of their big ones, Miles Abbott, Simone Besner. And so far holding their own, despite the lack in those 2 big options for them. Shot from the right point and ends up deflecting off of traffic in front. And now here's Plymouth the other way. DeWitt picks up the loose puck from the left circle. Backhander was looking for Peter Laviolette. And it comes all the way back out of the zone. Puck chipped ahead for Plymouth. So back and forth as now Plymouth skates atop the right circle. DeWitt looking backdoor for Laviolette. Could not find him. Ends up coming off the far boards back out of the zone for Fitchburg. Thrown into the zone offsides. Zach Diamond well ahead of the play. 18:37 to go in the second period. No score in the second. Still 1-0 Fitchburg. Jarrett Sleer now picks up the puck off of Falcon's stick. Left for Laviolette. A blocker save made McGrath. Batted back up toward the point. Delayed penalty here against Fitchburg. Moved ahead by Halbig as Fitchburg's finally able to touch up. And we will have the second power play of the night coming here for Plymouth. All 4 of the penalties so far here tonight have been tripping penalties. Ted Austin, Cole Archambault, and Dylan Costello each with tripping penalties in the first period. And now looks like Thomas Hardy gets the gate. He'll sit for 2 minutes as Plymouth on the power play. Zach Diamond rather in the box, pardon me. Then Austin gives it over far side. Austin now finds it again near side. Good hand-eye from Brian Glover. Knocks it out of midair back toward the far boards. Now up top, held on to here. J.R. Barone bothered by Cookson. Cookson's able to knock it off. Plymouth still holding on here. Here's Barone once again. Coming over from the far side. His shot goes off of Cookson into the glass. Comes around now near side. Glover beneath the net. Tries to settle it on his stick. Can't corral it. Comes back up to the left point. Back over to the near side. Thrown in off the stick. Cookson once again. And then a nice sliding effort from Egan Wolford to disrupt the passing lane. Now Laviolette once again off of Wolford. Pittsburgh penalty kill. Doing an excellent job getting in the way right now. Backhander down low. Cross ice backdoor. No! It stayed out of the net. I'm not sure if McGrath got a piece of that or not, but either way, J.R. Barone missed a wide open net. And that was certainly Plymouth's best look of the night. Unable to find Twine. 17 minutes to go in the second. 40 seconds left in the tripping penalty to Zach Diamond. Jeremy Rancourt charges up the near side, looking to go around Crucior. Centering out in front, glove save McGrath. Chuck Elias tried to finish on the one-timer left behind from Jeremy Rancourt. With some excellent hand-eye coordination coming out from McGrath as he's able to make the save. 29 seconds left on the man advantage here for Plymouth. Already 0 for 1 tonight, looking to avoid going 0 for 2. They find themselves down 1-0 here. Hardy on the draw, facing off against Rancourt. And Rancourt, once again, automatic, able to win the faceoff. Back up to Lockhart. Pass over to the near side. Centering pass from Chuck Elias. Hits the skates of Miller. Ends up back down low. Al Holmquist holds on. Gives it back over to the far side. Held on to briefly by Rancourt. Thrown in by Holmquist. And another save made McGrath. Plymouth letting it fly on the man advantage here. A couple of good opportunities. Both McGrath and some of the penalty killers out there for Fitchburg have been able to put together a good effort so far on the penalty kill here. Have not been able to clear it out all that much, however, allowing Plymouth plenty of chances. Hardy able to clear it out as he takes it in the body and moves it out of the zone. And now Kramer helping to break up the play. Nearly a chance up ice for Fitchburg, but Plymouth able to break it up. And now here's Rancourt down the right side. Gains the blue line, leaves it ahead for DeWitt. DeWitt now beneath the net, holds on. Leaves it back now, held on to by Rancourt once more, up to the point. Holmquist's shot goes over the right shoulder of McGrath, comes over to the near side off the glass. Puck stuck in the corner here, DeWitt battling for it, as is another Panther. Thomas Hardy able to break it out. Couture now up to Diamond, fresh out of the box, right side. His shot up into the chest of Brendan Brawley, and we'll have a stoppage in play with 15:49 to go in the second period. A good start to this period if you're Plymouth. Great pressure applied on the power play, Justin. Unable to get the goal out of it. But that's what you want to see from your power play unit. Good pressure like that as shot deflects in on Brawley. He's able to glove it down and play it along. Costello pass out far side. Looking out of the zone. Tried to find Tartaglio, who threw it down low. Holmes leaves it over for Halbig, and now Wilm Schurst. The Hail Mary heave, trying to find Fortin up the left side. Puts on the brakes, tries to bring it back down toward the near corner. Plymouth's able to hold on behind their own net. They'll play it out of the zone off the boards for Jordan Holmes to hold on to it for Fitchburg. Now here's Ciolin. Flutters it along for Wilm Schurst, throws it ahead. Met by Holmquist. And thrown into the Fitchburg zone. 15 minutes to go in the second period. Holmes up for Fortin, now near side. Halbig gains the red line. Now blue. Skates across the left side. Tries to center it for Ciolin. Wilm Schurst tries to prevent the clear attempt. Comes back out of the zone. Halbig now gives it back over for Wolford, who plays it up ahead. And it's back beneath the Panther net. Down went Wolford. Now up ice comes Plymouth. Near side. Lorenz shot. Blocked by Glover. Ends up over along the far boards. Wolford beneath the net. Comes around. 14:20 to go in the second. Bouthiet now charging ahead. Throws it on Brawley. He'll cover. Kramer. First one to it. We'll have a face-off in the offensive zone here for Fitchburg. Fitchburg, as mentioned, of course, leading 1-0. Went ahead after one so far this season. Fitchburg 3-1-0. Plymouth, on the other hand, went trailing after one, 2-1-0. So both of these teams with winning records, given the situations that they came into this period with. Puck thrown all the way down ice, goes off the end boards. McGrath gets a stick on it, tries to wrap it around the glass, ends up connecting with the body of Barone. Now a chance in front, centered for Rancourt, couldn't get a clean shot off. Ends up in the boards beneath the cage. Bouthiet tries to clear it out. He does, but he plays it off of Rancourt out of the zone instead of finding Kramer, who is streaking up the middle. 13:33 to go in the second period. No score in the second. Still 1-0 Fitchburg. Oliver Cookson, his second of the season, the difference right now. Bouthiet chips it ahead. Fending off a check from Ben Shipman. The two of them once again exchanging blows. Shipman throwing his weight around, finds Rennick. It's been a very physical game to this point. A lot of battles in the corners, a lot of heavy hits being thrown into the boards. Rennick now finds the boards as he gets it further ahead. Cookson goes down to retrieve, pinning the body of Jovan Zimmerman. Jovan Zimmerman could not hold on to it. Archambault up to Miller's blast. Ends up missing high, wide, and left. And a hit along the near boards is going to become another penalty against Plymouth. J.R. Barone's going to go to the box for the hit he laid down on Oliver Cookson. See what exactly the call is set to be. Looks like boarding the call. So this is the third power play of the night for Fitchburg so far, 0 for 2. Top unit out there. Seolan, Miller, Bergman, Bouthiet, Wilmshurst. Or not Bouthiet, pardon, Fortin.
21, J.R. Barone, 2 minutes boarding.
Boarding is the call, as confirmed by PA Celia Dunmore. Seolan set to take the draw here for Fitchburg. Going up against Grant DeWitt. And Seolan going to get, no, he'll stay in the draw. Took a little lap. Face off one back by DeWitt. And cleared out of the zone by Plymouth. 12:37 to go in the second period here. McGrath shovels it back for Miller, who will carry it out from underneath his own net. Pass well ahead of Fortin as the chance down ice amounts to nothing just then for Fitchburg. They'll look to try once again. Josh Miller skates over the blue line. Now connects with Fortin. Finds his skates briefly. Fortin cuts to the middle. His shot. Save made Brawley. What a shifty player Hunter Fortin is. We've seen it on display plenty of times this season. Fortin, the top goal scorer on the team. Second on the team in points, 7 goals, 11 points. Tied for 4th in the conference in goals with 7. He's also got 4 points in his last 4 games. He has really stepped up and has become an excellent player on this top line for the Falcons. In the meantime, second power play unit out there now for Fitchburg. Kramer, Diamond, Hardy, Glover, and Bouthiet. Diamond skating in. Looks across for Kramer. Gives it back up for Glover. Throws it down low, but right to the tape of Colin Tracy, who sends it down the full length of the ice. Exactly 1 minute to go on the penalty assessed to J.R. Barone for boarding. 11:36 to go in the second period. Thomas Hardy up the left side. Along the near wall. Has to give it off down low. Zach Diamond now tries to push it along. Finds Glover along the far line. Glover now holds on, centering at the point. Finds Diamond. Walks in. His shot stifled. Hardy picks it up in the corner. Shot by Kramer along the near dot. Ends up being saved by Brawley. And it comes all the way back out of the zone. Glover pushes it back ahead for Diamond. Now a rush up ice for Fitchburg. Near side, Hardy tries to center it. Ends up throwing it cross crease to nobody. Ryan Glover throws his weight around. Diamond tries to pick up the puck, and now here's Hardy. Glover holds on here. Leaves it back. Kramer. Near side, working his way down the wall. Diamond over to Bouthiet. Pinned up against the end boards. Colin Tracy doing the work. Hardy tries to fish it out. Out of the box is J.R. Barone. 5-on-5 once again. Puck cleared up to Barone. And he could have had a breakdown ice. Made a move to his right instead. Allowed the Fitchburg defense to get back. 10:27 to go in the second period. Christian Halbig from beneath his own net. Clears it out of zone. Right to the Panther defense. Once again, down into the Fitchburg zone. Near side, one-timer. Lockhart sends it right within the glove hand range of Brian McGrath, who will reach over, make the grab, and draw the whistle. 10:10 to go in the second period. Shots right now in favor of Fitchburg, 25-20, according to the online stats. Cookson on the draw against Rancourt. Rancourt wins it back. Glove save made McGrath. Brett Lockhart unleashing a drive on McGrath off the faceoff. And Rancourt just so clean on these draws. Has been excellent all night long, and it was so fluid on the puck drop. Cookson this time able to wrestle him away from the puck. Fitchburg's able to win the draw. 10 minutes to go in the second period. Fitchburg clears it out far side. Rennick tries to center for Cookson, goes just too far ahead. Now picked up by Barone. Offside for Plymouth, they'll have to get back on. Held on to here by Holmes. Cross ice pass met now by Halbig. He'll gain the red line, then blue. Skates across, left side. Right pad save made Brawley. Puck wrapped around, held on to near side by Plymouth. Picked up by Rennick. He's able to prevent the clear. A scooping glove save made by Brawley as he finds a ground ball headed his way. We'll have a face-off in the Plymouth zone with 9:30 to go in the second period. Fitchburg still up 1-0. Oliver Cookson, the only one who's managed to find the back of the net so far. He's got Fitchburg up ahead, 1-0. Anthony Ciolin on the draw, going against fellow number 11, Jacob Loren. Loren able to win the draw back. Cleared up high off glass. Kept in the zone briefly. Still in the zone here. Zimmerman holding on. And he'll have to go back. Hunter Forden closing off the near line. Took a bit for Plymouth to clear it out, but they were able to finally find a way out of the zone. 9:07 to go in the period. Puck in the far corner. Miller centers it. Nearly finds a Panther stick. Finds Wilmshurst instead. He works his way up to Fortin. Puts it out in front, looking for somebody in the slot. Wilmshurst was a bit too close to the net to receive the feed, and it ends up coming out to the near side. Now cleared out of the zone by Laviolette. Spins a backhander into the offensive end for Plymouth. Poked ahead now by Fortin, and now here's the 2-on-1 for Fitchburg. Fortin working his way down. He's got Ciolin. Fortin out in front. My goodness! Hunter Fortin, absolute filth, as he puts Fitchburg up 2-0 with 8:32 to go in the second period. Just completely undressing Brendan Brawley as he had Ciolin working his way down ice with him, tying up the defender. That left Fortin mano-a-mano with Brendan Brawley. He cut to the left, put on the brakes, brought it back around to his right, and put it past Brawley, who was already on the near side of the net. Fortin tucking it home far side in absolute beauty from Hunter Fortin. His team leading 8th of the season with 8:32 to go in the period.
Assisted by number 19, Joshua Miller.
That's one of the nicer goals you're going to see scored in the Mascats all season long. As back underway now. Ted Austin carries it all the way back into his own zone. Reese Bergman forces him to leave it there. Now Wolford from the point, off the skates of Ted Austin. Off the blocker of Brawley. And now it's played up off to the far boards. Centering here, picked up by Hardy. Tries to move it toward the slot. Plymouth doing a good job defending there. Cleared out of the zone now. Right up to Egan Wolford. 7:48 to go in the second period. Thomas Hardy holds on here. Looks for Bergman, walks in, tries to shake his way around the defender. Backhander works its way around for Egan Wolford. Cleared up out of the zone. Rancourt trying to work his way on Glover. Diamond now picks it up along the near board. 7:25 to go in the period. Going to have a penalty here as Wolford sent Tartaglio down to the ice from behind. Cross-checking going to be the call here on Wolford. So Fitchburg 0 for 3 on the man advantage tonight. Plymouth, on the other hand, 0 for 2. Plymouth now getting their third look at the man advantage. Down by 2 now, thanks to Hunter Fortin's team leading 8th of the season, assisted by Joshua Miller, his 3rd assist of the season. Goal coming at 11:32. Now the man advantage here for Plymouth. Comes back up to Ted Austin. Penalty killing unit out there for Fitchburg. Toivo Kramer, Jordan Holmes, Gene Bouthiette, and Christian Halbig. Ted Austin near side, gets it back up to the point, thrown in, left toe save made McGrath. He'll send it off to the near corner. Under 7 minutes to go in the second period. Josh Miller, or pardon me, Toivo Kramer at it for a moment. Thrown back off ice by Christian Halbig, cleared all the way down on Brawley. A minute and a half left still on the cross-checking penalty. As Plymouth now, all 5 enter the zone simultaneously. Ted Austin throws it on net. Save made McGrath. He'll hold on. No rebound. As play will stop with 6:26 to go in the period. A minute 10 seconds to go in the cross-checking penalty. Assessed to Egan Wolford. Jeremy Rancourt going to take the draw here for Plymouth, going up against Thomas Hardy. And once again, so quick, Jeremy Rancourt wins it back up off the glass. Brett Lockhart sent that one a bit too high. Now picked up down low by Plymouth. DeWitt sends it back around. Holmqvist sends it on net. Loose out in front. McGrath making a couple of saves on DeWitt, who was trying to fight off Adam Cousior to get all those shot attempts off. Puck flipped over toward the Fitchburg bench. Athletic trainer Rebecca Scherfsnow avoiding contact as it ends up going off the glass just to her left. 34 seconds left in Wolford's penalty. Lockhart around the boards. Down low for DeWitt. Now holding on to it. Out in front. Centering pass looking for Rancourt. Can't find him. Plymouth does still hold on. Here's Holmqvist. Far side now. Back up to Lockhart. Walks in. Near side. Centering pass. Lockhart was stifled by the stick of Thomas Hardy. And it's cleared back up zone. Up ice. Holmqvist, the defenseman, carries it up ice himself. Now finds himself beneath the net of McGrath. 15-12 to go in the second. Pass up top, looking to connect with Costello, but now out of the zone. Here comes Fitchburg. Archambault leaves it back for Cookson. Can't connect on the one-timer. Archambault, a nice little flip pass to get it over the Panther defender, but Cookson unable to settle it as it hopped. Scrum out in front, as Wolford out of the box was getting involved. Now here's Glover holding on. Up ice, just throwing it in front of Wolford. No icing on the play. 4:41 to go in the second period. 2-0 Fitchburg now, thanks to Hunter Fortin's 8th of the season. Big hit as Jordan Holmes sends Jacob Loren into the boards, and then Kyler Harding throws a puck in from the right point. Brian McGrath gets a cover on it, and a couple of Panthers trying to make sure that McGrath had it covered. Laviolette and Shipman each going after it. Laviolette, of course, son of current Washington Capitals head coach and legendary NHL head coach Peter Laviolette. Cup winner back in 2006 with the Hurricanes. Went to the finals as well with Philly and Nashville. Philadelphia in 2010, Nashville in 2017. Also, Peter Laviolette, senior, a member, or inaugural member of the MASCAC Hall of Fame back in 2018, as he played for Westfield back in the 80s himself. Cousior throws it toward the front of the net, goes off the skates of Ben Chipman off toward the far wall. Now back up ice. Plymouth tries to play it ahead. Loren will be the first one to it in the far corner. Now near side, DeWitt tries to play it ahead. Poked by the stick of Wilm Schurz, carried out of the zone, tries to move it through Ted Austin. Austin holds strong. Austin now spinning off, avoiding his man. And then Josh Miller down to his knees, prevents the dump in from Plymouth. Panthers now looking to move up ice. Here's Barone entering over the right side, trying to get around Cousior. Cousior bats it with the stick. Austin now throws it toward the front, deflected by Tartaglio. Save made McGrath. A nice play there as Tartaglio right in the slot deflected the puck as it was seemingly going well wide left. 2:59 to go in the second period here. 2-0 Fitchburg. Shots in the game right now in favor of Plymouth, 29-28. So Plymouth with 15 shots in this period. Fitchburg right now with just 12. Played off the near side, thrown into the zone by Fitchburg. J.R. Barone holds on for Plymouth. Cleared out over the far side. Chuck Elias holds on. Takes it back for Jeremy Rancourt. Now for Chuck Elias, a shot. Right pad save made McGrath. Puck comes back out in front. Wolford picks it up for Fitchburg and clears it out of the zone. 2:18 to go in the period. Glover backhands it off the end boards, finds Wolford. Clears it all the way up out of the zone. No icing, as it was just skimmed by the stick of Brett Lockhart. Puck ends up finding Glover, but it's stripped away by Plymouth. Here's Costello, a right pad save made McGrath. Kramer gets the backhand on it, flips it out of the zone. Plymouth now holds on. Lockhart, cross ice, looking for Chuck Elias. Thrown all the way down. McGrath stops it, wraps it around the boards, and finds Bergman, who holds along the near side. Halbig now shovels it over, far end now. Picked up by Shanley. He'll skate out of his own end just ahead of Kramer. He's able to pick it up. Kramer now skating into the zone. Sent into the board, spun off the puck. Trent Shanley comes in for reinforcements. Shanley now, first player on the boards, holding on to the puck. Played away by Plymouth. Now Bouthiette deflected out in front by Shanley. A left elbow save made by Brawley. What a nice deflection out in front, but an excellent save from Brendan Brawley. That is a difficult save to make with just one man in front. 53 seconds to go in the period. Puck chipped up off the boards, up off the glass, I should say. Jordan Holmes doing the work there for Fitchburg, and then right back the other way. Plymouth off glass, looking to move it ahead. Finds its way back into the Fitchburg zone. 32 seconds left in the period. Glove save made McGrath. Jeremy Rancourt from the far boards, sending one on the netminder, and McGrath seeing it all the way. There were a couple of bodies in front as well. A nice read by McGrath, able to make the save for no further play. 27.7 seconds to go in the second period. Face off here in the defensive end for the Falcons. Anthony Seolan set to take the draw against Jeremy Rancourt. Bit of a delay on the face-off. One back by Rancourt. Comes back up to Austin at the point now. Pass over to the far side. Colin Tracy's shot goes off traffic in front, ends up in the near corner. Austin at the point, gives it down low, working his way out in front. A nice move from J.R. Barone. Try to shift through traffic and put one on McGrath. Puck ends up in the near corner. 6 seconds to go in the period. Contact along the boards. Fortin colliding with Colin Tracy. And the clock reads triple zeros as we will head into the second intermission, with Fitchburg holding on to the 2-0 lead. Hunter Fortin, the lone goal scorer in the second frame of action. And what a goal it was, an absolute dandy to work his way around Brendan Brawley, as Fitchburg will hold on to the 2-0 lead going into the second intermission. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll break down the second period. We'll come back right about 3 minutes prior to the puck drop for the third period. We'll break down the second, and we will get you all set for the third period of action. Don't go too far. It's Fitchburg State and Plymouth State. What a game it's been. We want to catch the third period, no doubt. 2-0 Fitchburg here on FATV and the Falcon Sports Network. Welcome back inside the Wallace Civic Center. The third and final period of action getting set to begin in just a minute here, as Fitchburg State currently holds a 2-0 lead over Plymouth State. Some numbers for you from that second period. Zachary Diamond leading Fitchburg in shots with 5. Peter Laviolette Similarly for Plymouth with 5 leading the Panthers. Shots in the second period favoring Plymouth 19-14. Plymouth now out shooting Fitchburg 33 for 30 on the game. Fitchburg this season, when leading after 2 periods, 3-1-0. Their one loss when leading after 2 coming against New England College. The last game they played back in December ended up allowing 4 goals with Matone back in net for the Falcons. And Plymouth, when trailing after 2, has not happened very often, just twice this season. They are 1-1-0. Sit back and enjoy. We are underway here in the third period of action between Fitchburg and Plymouth. Panthers hold on to the puck in their own zone. It's cleared up and out by Colin Tracy. Goes all the way down ice. J.R. Barone first one to it. Adam Couture brings him down. Now along the far side, Wyatt Wilmshire leaves it back, was looking for Seol, and instead it was met by Matt Tartaglio. Tartaglio had it for a moment just then. Now Wilmshire picks it up here, skates out of the zone, gains the red line, throws it cross ice into the near corner. Hunter Fortin tries to get there, but Colin Tracy, first player to it, clears it out of the zone. Grath on the other end sticks aside an effort from Ted Austin, freezes the puck along the near post, and a number of players tied up as Brian McGrath is back in his own net at the moment, punched over. He is down on his knees. He had covered the puck along the near post, and then a couple of Panthers came crashing in as McGrath was low to the ice, and he is slow to get up here. Now back on his feet, having a conversation with the referee at the net. 18:58 to go, just a minute into this third period, and Brian McGrath taking a heavy bit of contact just then. He's been great so far here tonight. 34 saves on 34 shots seen. The most saves he's made in a game this season was 42 the last time these two teams faced off, and at the current rate it looks like he's going to surpass that mark as Peter Laviolette's shot rises high off of Hardy up into the protective netting, the two of them exchanging a few gabs. So the face off to the blocker side of McGrath. Wolford now holds on, gives to Hardy, flips it out of the zone, now finds Bergman. Bergman crosses the blue line, looking ahead. Diamond just able to pull it in and sends it off the glove of Brawley, unable to hold on to the rebound. Puck comes back out over far side. 18:35 to go in the period. Fitchburg up 2-0. Oliver Cookson, his second of the season, and Hunter Fortin, his team leading 4th of the season. Diamond strips the puck away in neutral ice. Fans on the pass back up ice. Fitchburg does enter the zone. Wolford unleashes a shot from the left side that's saved by Brawley. Plymouth now clears it out. A good stick from Wolford. Delivers it back to his defensive pairing in Brian Glover. Now here's Laviolette, near side. Shot rises high over the right elbow of Brian McGrath and finds Reese Bergman all the way at the red line. Bergman flips it into the zone. Trent Shanley gets there. Now Kramer chasing after it for the Falcons. Met along the far side. Costello throws it around. Hold on to here. Holmqvist throws it down underneath the net. Cleared out of the zone here by Plymouth. Now the Panthers enter over the left side of the blue line. Sleer's shot goes off of Holmes, pops up in the air, and Jean Bouthiet receives and throws it all the way down ice. 17:30 to go in the game. Christian Halbig can't reel it in. Went high off glass and just beyond his reach. Jordan Holmes now fighting off Costello back in his own end. Tries to find Halbig. Toivo Kramer has to come all the way back. Jean Bouthiet knocked off the puck by Colin Tracy. Fitchburg's able to clear it out nonetheless, as the Panthers now regroup in their own end. Thrown in by Tracy. He'll hit the stanchion along one of the doors along the glass beneath McGrath. Turnover at the blue line for Fitchburg. Panthers working their way in. Jordan Holmes knocked into the boards. Rennick now near side. Moves it ahead. Slapped back into the zone by Colin Tracy. Jordan Holmes near side, holds on. Thrown off the shin pads of Christian Halvig and all the way back down ice. Oliver Cookson tries to backhand it ahead. He was looking for Archambault, who's still working his way out of the Plymouth zone. Out now. Here's Barone cutting into the slot. His shot, glove save, made McGrath. And Archambault delivers a hit after the whistle, and he's going to go to the box for the second time tonight. A late hit on J.R. Barone, who unleashed a shot from the slot on McGrath. Is going to cost his team a man for the next 2 minutes. So far, neither team successful on the power play tonight. Both teams 0 for 3. This is the 4th chance of the game for Plymouth. 16-16 to go in the game.
2 minutes cross-checking.
Face off one back by Plymouth. Laviolette gets it up to the point. Ted Austin now finds Tracy back over to Austin along the right side. Down low. Picked up by Loren. Low angle. Backdoor, no! Would not go for J.R. Barone. He had plenty of space, but he sent it off the outside of the left side of the net. Now here's Barone. Up to Tracy. Tracy's shot. Blocker save made McGrath. Back down low. Picked up here. Laviolette slowly from beneath the net. Out in front. Ends up going off into the far corner. Miller clears it out of the zone along with Bergman. Bergman flutters it ahead. As Plymouth now back in their own end. Another minute, 19 seconds on the penalty assessed to Cole Archambault for cross-checking. And a big hit from Egan Wolford sends down Colin Tracy. Colin Tracy in some pain as he works his way back to the bench. Big piece of contact coming out there from Wolford. That puck's wrapped around the boards beneath the net. And Wolford now pinned up against the near side. Holmqvist gives it over, far side. Ted Austin whiffs on the pass back to Holmqvist. He holds on. Puck back down low. Austin over to Holmqvist. Left side, waits. Gives it down. Back up to Holmqvist. His shot rises up off of Hardy into the protective netting. Stoppage in play with 37 seconds left in the cross-checking penalty to Cole Archambault. Under 15 minutes to go in the third period. Talked about it a bit earlier in the game, but history here tonight for Brian McGrath, who is appearing in his 72nd game all-time for the Falcons. McGrath now tied with Jason Holt, who last played in 2002 and 2003, and Tom Tobin, who last played in 88-89. As Holmqvist's shot goes off the glass. Puck cleared out of the zone all the way down. No icing. McGrath chasing after Aaron Abitz, who last played in 1996 and 7, who is second all-time with 79, and Devin McConnell, who is first all-time with 85 games played, last played in 2007 and 2008. Penalty expiring to Cole Archambault. Just thrown all the way down. Brawley holds on at the goal line, and Archambault works out of the box. 5-on-5 hockey once again from the Wallace Civic Center. 14-10 to go in the third period. A 2-0 lead for Fitchburg, trying to pick up their first win on the season over Plymouth. 0-1 this season. Lost the high-scoring 5-4 contest back up at Hanaway Rink. And now here's Hunter Fortin looking for number 2 on his way in. Is tripped up on the way in. Ends up clipping Brendan Brawley. And Anthony Ciolin comes in as well, starts to exchange some blows with a couple of Panthers. There was a delayed penalty, hardly delayed as the whistle was blown right away. A penalty was called as Hunter Fortin was on his way in on the breakaway. We'll have to see what exactly is assessed here. Not sure how the extracurriculars after the fact are going to affect anything. Referees having a brief discussion, speaking with some of the Plymouth Panthers right now. And it looks like we are going to get one man to the box, Kyler Harding, who is back with Hunter Fortin as Fortin was streaking down ice. Hard to keep up with Fortin as holding, I believe I saw was the call, assessed to Kyler Harding. So the power play unit out there for Fitchburg, 0 for 3 so far tonight. Getting their fourth look now, Wyatt Wilmshurst, Josh Miller, Hunter Fortin, Anthony Siolan, and Reese Bergman. 2 minutes for Harding, he will sit. 13:51 to go in the game.
Penalty, number 4, Kyler Harding.
A delay on the face-off as the two linesmen point toward the ceiling. Anthony Siolan gives it back up to Josh Miller. Miller over far side for Fortin, has to retrieve it. Shakes and bakes, gives to Bergman, back to Fortin, holds on here for Dot, back up to Miller. Walks in a bit, has it shallow from the point. Fortin is faced toward the boards, had to pick it up. Fortin now streaking around the offensive end. Getting beneath the net, taking a tour of the offensive end. Centering from Siolan, looking cross ice for Wilmshurst. Wilmshurst picks it up back in the corner. Now here's Fortin, holds on, top the left dot. Josh Miller from the point, his shot goes off traffic, ends up in the far corner, slapped all the way out of the zone, high off of glass by Ben Chipman. Chipman, one of the big defensive pieces on this Plymouth team, leads the team in blocks with 14. In fact, a couple of Panthers with blocks this season. 4 Panthers in double-digit territory as Glover sends one off of the end boards. This one's going to be thrown all the way back out of the zone. Stevens has 11, Krolis 12, Besner 13, and Chipman 14. As we're going to have another penalty coming up here. Although this time it's going to be against Fitchburg. Brian Glover is going to go to the box for slashing with just 41 seconds left on the penalty assessed to Kyler Harding. So it'll be 4-on-4 for the next 41 seconds, and then for the next minute and 19 seconds it will be a power play for the Panthers. 12:32 to go in the game. A 2-0 lead for Fitchburg right now. So far scoreless in this third period. Faceoff comes all the way back into the Fitchburg zone. Diamond can't win it back. Rancourt, again, as excellent as he has been all night, continues his excellence. He has now won over 20 faceoffs here tonight against the Falcons. Puck stuck in the near corner, held onto by Brett Lockhart. Now holding on is Jordan Holmes for Fitchburg. Slowly gives it over to Halbig. Falcons look to clear out of their own end methodically. Holmes skates up ice, gains the blue line. Cross ice pass, looking for Diamond. Diamond, second on the team in goals. Does not have a shorthanded tally, just a few this season for the Falcons. Cookson with 1, Bergman with 1, as does Bouthiette have 1. Now along the goal line, near side now. Back up to the point. Tracy has it hop off his stick and out of the zone. Plymouth able to re-enter. Tracy now along the blue line, gives it over for Austin. Thrown along goal line. Loren leaves it down low for Laviolette. Comes out from beneath the net, and McGrath makes the save. Peter Laviolette skated out from underneath the net after receiving the feed from Loren and pulled the trigger on McGrath. McGrath able to make the save. Nobody in front of him. Tough to beat McGrath when you don't have bodies in front. Although a skilled player like Laviolette out in open ice, equally as dangerous. What's the old adage? An immovable object meets an unstoppable force. One of those. Now puck along the far side. Laviolette holds on beneath the net. Comes back up to the point. Austin across for Tracy at the blue line. Holds. Bergman pressuring it defensively. Now cross. That shot high off glass. 10:46 to go in the game. 12 seconds left on the penalty. Assessed to Glover as that shot goes high up into protective netting. So another 9 seconds of power play time here for Plymouth. Trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. Faceoff coming outside the Fitchburg zone. Oliver Cookson going to take it here against Loren. One back by Cookson, thrown ahead by Cousior, and that will kill off the rest of Brian Glover's penalty. He's out of the box for even strength once again here from the Wallace Civic Center. 10:27 to go in the game. Colin Tracy finds it in his skates, kicks it up ahead to J.R. Barone, who dumps it in. Fitchburg with plenty of time out of their own end. Stretch pass looking for Shanley. Ends up being deflected up into the protective netting. Last off, I believe, a Falcon. Nonetheless, was in the neutral zone. Referees discussing it now. Faceoff's going to come to the center dot here. 10:14 to go in the game. Chuck Elias's shot as he walks into the zone. Save made McGrath. Now comes over far side. Centering shot. Ends up being saved by McGrath. Pops up high, comes over near side. Picked up by Plymouth. They're trying to forge it ahead, but now Fitchburg moves along. Archambault. Saucer pass over to Cookson near side. He's got Shanley. Shot! He scores! Oliver Cookson snipes on Brendan Brawley to put Fitchburg up 3-0 with 9:51 to go in the game. The first multi-goal performance of Oliver Cookson's career. And what a beauty that goal was. Walked in right side, had the odd man rush up ice. Ends up sending it top shelf, an absolute laser. A perfectly placed shot to beat Brawley up high and put Fitchburg up 3-0.
Goal scored by number 5, Oliver Cookson, assisted by number 4, Cole Archibald, and number 9, Trent Shanley.
Puck comes all the way down, no icing. As Archambault also getting an assist on that goal. So now first multi-point effort of Archambault's career, having assisted on the first of Cookson's goals as well. Shanley getting an assist on the goal as well. As for Shanley, that is his first assist of the season, second point of the season. Puck now held on to back in the Plymouth zone. 9:02 to go in the game. Tartaglio holds on, goes cross ice. Off the boards, Wilmshire is able to pick it up. Pokes it ahead, tries to chase after it. Lockhart, first one to it for the Panthers. Held on to here as the extra skater tonight for the Falcons. Joseph Gilbert, freshman out of Framingham, having just recently joined the team, making his debut here in the third period. Here's Bergman. Through middle ice, backhander to Hardy, has it knocked off his stick, looks to find Diamond. Bergman now battling along the far boards. It's chipped down to the zone by Plymouth. Diamond tries to cut back, loses an edge, picked up by Plymouth. They enter the zone. DeWitt can't feather it ahead. Tries to pull it through a Falcon defender's legs and was unable to do so. Puck's thrown all the way down, and we're going to have a delayed penalty here. Big hit coming at the red line. Zach Diamond going to go to the Uninterrupted minutes, lest Plymouth commit a penalty themselves. Even if they score, they will remain on the man advantage for 5 of the remaining 8 minutes of play here from the Wallace Civic Center. Puck now up with Ted Austin, gives it over to Tracy. Now back over to Austin. Tracy once again just ahead of him. Will have to retrieve it off the near boards. Back over for Austin. Austin's shot ends up going over into the near corner. Plymouth 0 for 5 tonight on the power play. Tracy, his shot, glove save made. McGrath. And Plymouth generally converting at a rate of about 21.5% on the power play, so you could say they're due. Of course, anytime you get more than 5 opportunities on the power play and you're unable to convert on them, not always what you hope for from your special teams. Fitchburg similarly tonight has not been all that great on the power play. It's only been held without a power play goal twice this season. This puck thrown on McGrath, makes a save, can't control the rebound, bounces off into the near corner. Still 4 minutes left in the penalty assessed to Zach Diamond. He did receive a 10-minute game misconduct as well. 5 minutes for contact to the head on Grant DeWitt. Hardy able to chip it out of the zone, just fighting it through, and now here he comes up ice. He's got Kramer, 2-on-2, leaves it back for Kramer. It goes off of a Panther skate and on Brawley. Not sure if you call that a shot, but Brawley had to make a save nonetheless. And he holds on for no further play. Face off come to the near side of Brawley, glove side. 3:42 to go in the major penalty assessed to Diamond. And it's chipped up and out of the zone. Held on to here by Adam Cusior. And so with the 15 minutes in penalty time assessed to Diamond, he's set a new career high. The minor he had earlier in the game for tripping, that's now 17 minutes. New career high at 15 in that season opener. Still 3 minutes left in the major penalty. Puck flips up and out of play. Fitchburg so far holding strong through the first 2 minutes. Shots right now in favor of Plymouth, 43-36. Coming into the period, Plymouth had 8 shots on 3 power play opportunities. They've had a couple chances here this period, and they have been unleashing it on McGrath. As 14 shots, or pardon me, 11 shots in the period so far on McGrath. Call that another one there. 12th save of the period for McGrath. 2:59 left in the major penalty. 5:59 left in the game. Fitchburg holds a 3-0 lead. One game being played in the MASCAC here tonight. Conference play going to continue later this week as McGrath heading off to the bench. An equipment issue here as he, perhaps another issue as he talks to athletic trainer Rebecca Schursnow. He's got the glove hand off. Looks like he's fiddling with something down on his right pad as he is showing the area to Schursnow. They'll look to sort it out. And we'll take a moment to set the scene for the rest of the week in the MASCAC as both teams will use this as a pseudo timeout. So this Thursday, Plymouth going to be back in action. They'll host Worcester State for a 6 o'clock puck drop. And then this Thursday as well, Salem State was scheduled to play against UMass Dartmouth for a 7:30 start time in New Bedford. However, that game has been postponed, and because of that, Salem ended up with a free date, and Fitchburg was in need of a date. having one of their games against Salem postponed, a game that was supposed to be played back on January 8th. Is now scheduled for this Thursday. So it's going to be a very busy stretch of games for the Falcons. When you look at the schedule they have to now play, they're playing here tonight against Plymouth. They'll have a day off tomorrow. They'll then play against Salem on Thursday. They'll have another day off Friday, but then play against Westfield on Saturday. We'll take 2 days off to play before playing against Framingham here at home that next Tuesday, before then playing against Worcester 2 days later, and then visiting Plymouth 2 days later. So if you give me a moment, if you allow me to crunch the numbers, that is 6 games for Fitchburg in an 11-day span. That is going to be a very taxing portion of the season for the Falcons coming up. It would be huge for the team to open up this long stretch of games with a big win over the current conference leader, Plymouth State. And of course, COVID complicating so many things. Fitchburg's schedule not immune to it. As Austin in the slot, one-timer. Brian McGrath holds on. Able to eat that rebound, no problem. 2:14 left in the penalty to Diamond. 5:13 left in the game. Penalty killing unit out there for Fitchburg. Kramer, Holmes, Halbig, and Bergman. As it's slapped around, ends up near side. Bergman had it for a moment. Comes back up top. Holmqvist tries to throw it down low, but a nice reach of the stick from Christian Halbig. He's able to hold on to the puck and send it all the way down ice. Halbig into the corner. Thrown ahead. It was a high stick from Fitchburg, but then touched up by Holmqvist for the Panthers. Minute and a half left on the major penalty to Diamond. Diamond has been ejected for the second time this season. Bergman gives it back for Holmes, who will slap it down the length of the ice. Plymouth now out of their own end, trying to forge ahead. Plymouth looking to avoid dropping 3 straight games. Already on a 2-game losing streak for the first time this season is McGrath able to stop the short side attempt from Peter Laviolette. Coming in, trying to tuck it in on McGrath as he charged along the goal line. But already coming in on the 2-game losing streak for the first time this season, trying to avoid a 3-game skid for the first time all year as well. And never mind the fact that Plymouth has not been shut out all season long. They've scored in each of their 3 losses so far this season, including the tie they had against Westfield. That was a 3-3 draw with the Owls back on November 11th. The night Fitchburg was handing a beating to Salem State. Tracy across the point. Ted Austin's shot. Save made McGrath. Well, it's a season high in saves for McGrath. Season high was 42. And that was last time he faced off against Plymouth. It is now up to 48 for the senior netminder, making history here tonight. Tied for 3rd all-time now in games played for the Falcons, as he continues what has been an historic career here in Fitchburg. 22 seconds left on the man advantage here for Plymouth. Fitchburg has done an excellent job across these past 4.5 minutes, killing off this penalty kill. Austin holds it at the point. Wrapped around, ends up in the boards beneath the net. Glover over. Shot from the point, held on to once again by the glove of McGrath. And J.R. Barone perhaps a bit of contact on McGrath after the whistle. Linesman having a conversation with him briefly. And Peter Laviolette having a conversation with the referee as well. So Plymouth could not convert on the 5-minute power play in which they spent effectively the entire 5 minutes in the offensive end. Brian McGrath having to make a number of big saves for Fitchburg in the period. In the power play period, as we now have a timeout here called by Plymouth. Head coach Craig Russell in his 18th season with the team, gesticulating wildly to his team as they have failed to solve Brian McGrath so far here tonight. 2:55 to go in the game. Let's remind you how we got here. Back in the first period, it was Oliver Cookson who cleaned up the puck in front of the net, put it in as Brawley tried to contain it. He was unable to do so, and Fitchburg took a 1-0 lead, as that was assisted on by Cole Archambault. And then in the second period, Hunter Fortin's submission for MASCAC goal of the year. His 8th of the year, team leading 8th of the year. Worked his way down the right side, cut in front of Brawley, put on the brakes, brought it back to his right, and put it past Brawley, who was on the other side of the net. And that was assisted on by Josh Miller, despite most of the work there being done by Fortin just in front of the net. And then third goal of the game came in this third period here at the 10:09 mark. Oliver Cookson, his second of the game, second of the season, or third of the season, pardon. Delivered a snipe, top shelf on Brendan Brawley. 2:40 to go in the third period. Fitchburg holding on to a 3-0 lead. Brendan Brawley out of the net. Shot ends up going wide left. Puck comes off the glass, kept in by Chipman. Now Sleer keeps it in along the line. Battle over to the far board. Siolan comes crashing in, chips it out of the zone, and Plymouth has to go back to retrieve. Puck thrown down ice. Plymouth has not allowed an empty net goal all season long. And yet here they are. Have not found themselves in many opportunities where they've had the need to pull the goalie. And yet here we are, as McGrath makes another save. Holds on to the rebound, takes it off the chest, lets it drop into the breadbasket with a minute 58 to go in the game. .50 saves on the night for Brian McGrath. That last one, the big 5-0. Puck wrapped around near side. Holmqvist throws it into the far corner. Wrapped around now near side. Battle along the boards. Coming out is Loren. McGrath staying square to Laviolette as he comes cross crease, makes the save to stop play with a minute 35 to go in the game. The career high in saves for McGrath, in case you're wondering, is 60. We're not going to get there just quite tonight, as this shot hits traffic in front and is cleared out of the zone by Fitchburg. I'll give everyone at home one guess as to which team took 60 shots on Brian McGrath. It was, of course, Plymouth in the 5-4 overtime victory back on February 6th, 2020. And this one's going to find the back of the net, thrown all the way down. An empty net goal for Fitchburg as Egan Wolford able to put the nail in the coffin. 4-0 Falcons with 1 minute and 9 seconds left in the third period. For Wolford, his first point of the season. Took some time for him to return to the lineup. Missed the first 5 games of the season, returned against Albertus Magnus in the first round of the Stovepipe Tournament back on November 27th. And has scored his first goal since that very same 5-4 victory over Plymouth State back on February 6th, 2020. Full circle. Hunter Fortin holds on here. Clears out of his own end, some fancy moves, drawing cheers from his Falcon teammates. Puck thrown on Brawley, he'll hold on. 44 seconds to go in the game. Anthony Siolan to take the draw here, wins it back, loses it back, pardon me, against Jarrett Sleer. Sleer getting the better of the exchange. Under 40 now to go in regulation. Sleer trying to move it ahead. Picks it off the boards. Chipman fighting for it. He's pinned against the boards by Holmes. It's picked out by Ford. Puck now moved up the far side, thrown in by extra skater Joseph Gilbert. Back on the fence. Making his debut here tonight with Fitchburg. Now here's Shanley, right side. His shot, save made. Brawley, rebound loose. Kramer cannot secure the rebound. We'll wrap it up. That will do it. 4-0. Fitchburg able to defend home ice here against Plymouth. Your final score, 4-0. Brian McGrath, far and away your #1 star of the game. 51 saves for the senior netminder out of Worcester here in his senior season. An excellent effort as he had the glove on display all night long. He did an excellent job tracking players cross ice. Played an excellent game here tonight against a Plymouth team that tested him all night long. Again, 51 shots, and he stood tall, very tall, on an extended 5-minute power play for the Panthers. That came with 8 minutes to go in the game. Plymouth, their special teams not clicking tonight. 0 for 5 on the night. Fitchburg similarly 0 for 5. Special teams not working for either team here tonight. Fitchburg generally converting at a rate of 27.9%. That's going to drop after today as they were completely stymied on the power play. The Falcons stand at mid-ice. They tap the sticks and salute to the very few fans who were able to attend here tonight despite the limited amount of people allowed into the arena. No spectators allowed here at tonight's game. Before McGrath, that is his second shutout of the season. Last shutout came in the season opener against Salem State back on November 11th. So real quick, we'll recap scoring for you. We'll go over the standings as well. Back in the first period, Oliver Cookson, his second of the season, assisted by Cole Archambault, who had his second assist of the season. And then in the second period, Hunter Fortin scored his team-leading 8th of the year on a beauty of a goal, assisted by Joshua Miller to make it 2-0 Falcons. And then midway through the third period, Oliver Cookson with a beautiful shot in his own right, finding the top shelf pass Brawley to make it a 3-0 game, assisted on by Archambault and Shanley. And then you had, of course, the empty netter from Egan Wolford to make it 4-0 Falcons. And so the standings now, Fitchburg, they will move into second in the MASCAC. A conference record of 5-2-0, 10 points now on the season. They hand Plymouth their first conference loss of the season. Plymouth now 5-1-1. They will stay at 11 points. So now the Falcons just a half game behind the Panthers, you could say. And these two teams will meet one more time on January 29th, a 6 o'clock puck drop up in Hanaway Rink in Plymouth. So the Panthers will get home ice for that all-important third tilt of the season between these two teams. But a big win here tonight, especially considering what lays ahead for the Falcons. As again, they're going to be playing 6 games, tonight included, so now 5 more across the next 11 days. A tough task for even professional teams who see physical games night in and night out to have to play so many in a short period of time. It's going to be an interesting test for the Falcons, but a great way to start the stretch with a 4-0 victory here tonight over Plymouth. Well, that will just about do it for us here from the Wallace Civic Center. On behalf of FATV, I want to thank you all for tuning in to tonight's coverage of men's ice hockey here from Fitchburg. Once again, the final score, Fitchburg 4, Plymouth 0. I'm Tim Foley. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.